tonight. So Barney Kuntze shooting live from Camford Pro 2012, and I got one of the main guys here, Todd Durkin, ready to rock and roll. Just finished teaching the boot camp, and as you can tell, he's been working pretty hard. Under Armour headband on, which is pretty cool. So Todd's been a big inspiration in my life, and I remember the first time when I met Todd, actually, I didn't know who he was. Somebody recommended somehow, through Sean Croxton actually, he's another Czech practitioner, and I put a submission on the website. I was going through some challenges in my life, and I needed something to help take my business to the next level, personally, professionally, and even spiritually. So I put in this, I saw this mastermind group, and back in the day I had read this book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Some of you might have heard of that book. And so I read that, and I thought, well, Todd Durkin, he seems pretty cool. He's, you know Sean, so that's even cooler. So then I put in the submission and wrote these really long, short stories for this application for Mastermind Group. Hit send, and I didn't think that I was actually going to get picked for it. But little did I know, I got a call from this guy from California, Todd Durkin, and so that's about probably 3 years ago. And so I guess basically, Todd, I went to your Training the Joes.
Train the Joes like the pros.
Train the Joes like the pros, and you had your boot camp today. So I know Joy, one of our trainers, came to your boot camp today, or Train the Joes like the pros, and she really loved it. So for me, it was a chance to step back on the other side of the fence and be a member for a second, be a participant. So some of you watching this might be one of our members, or one of my clients, or friends or family. And it's important to recognize, Todd said something that really rings through my head still to this day. I don't know if you know that, but I can say that now, is to be humble and be hungry. And, that's one of the things for myself. Even as a club owner, I've been running a fitness club for 7 years, and I have just the same challenges that you guys do to stay fit and stay in shape. Then I look at somebody like Todd, and he's a family man. He's been running his business for at least 12 and a half years. 12 and a half years, there you go. Travels Canada and the U.S., maybe even international. Well, I guess it is international. But just, running the business, when it comes to whatever you guys are doing in your fitness in life, the challenges that Todd has, that Barney has, which is me, or you, it's the same thing. So I just wanted to ask you, Todd, as a very experienced fitness, business, and just human being in general, what do you have as, I guess, the top 3 tips for people that are finding challenges, finding it challenging just to keep up with their program or just to get to the next level?
Right. Well, thanks for the introduction, Barney. That was quite an introduction. On that, wasn't quite sure exactly where you were going with it, but as far as that, it's a fantastic background on all that you do and our relationship. I think regardless of whether I'm working with a professional athlete or a client that's just coming in for the first time that wants to get their life right, lose some weight, get their mind right, start to feel great about what they're doing, is number one, I say honor yourself first. Meaning, you must prioritize your health. Sometimes you got to hire a coach, a trainer. I've got a coach. I've got coaches in business. I've got a nutritionist that keeps me on track, and I'm a trainer as well. So I believe we all need accountability. I think when we go and have the motivation, accountability from an expert, then it helps you with that extra 1% get to where you want to go. Heck, I recently learned that the Dalai Lama has a spiritual coach. That blew my mind. So we all need coaches. So honor yourself. A lot of times do that first thing in the morning in the holy hour, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Get up 20 minutes earlier, get some journaling time, some gratitude time, some prayer time, meditation, call it what you want, but get that time in. So I'd say that first thing is make sure you get your time in, your physical conditioning, your quiet time for your inner self. The second thing I'd say is surround yourself with great people. I look at your 5 closest folks in your life, family members, friends, whoever you surround yourself with, and you typically have a similar mindset as them. So make sure you carefully select who you're investing time with. They can either elevate your state of consciousness or they can bring you down. It's no different. I tell my pro athletes I work with is be careful who you hang out with. Cronies can bring you down, they can elevate you up. And it's no different in the business world, the training world, in the personal world, is surround yourself with the right folks. And then I guess the third thing, you want your 3 points, I could give you 50. But the third point, I guess, would be what I'm all about, is create impact in your life. Find your purpose in your life. Find what makes your soul sing. Make sure you play with passion at all times. If you're not passionate about what you do, then find something else that you're passionate about and listen to your heart. When you do that, everything else will come. The money will come if you're passionate about that. But focus on your purpose, focus on your legacy, and the impact that you deliver. whether you work inside an office, whether you're a fitness professional, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, find your purpose and then live your purpose all out. Those would be my 3 points, Barney, to making sure that you have a great life and that you have harmony and happiness.
Yeah.
Barnyard Dog, always
All
a
right.
pleasure, man.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you guys. Peace and God bless.